Hey guys, welcome back to Reboard. Today we'll be exploring the onboarding experience of interview.co, a SaaS product for companies and candidates to streamline the interview process. We may see how easy it is to get started, highlight unique features, point out areas for improvement, and then we're going to rate the overall onboarding experience. Let's dive in. I found this tool on Product Hunt and it got a whole bunch of upvotes. So I had high expectations when I first started to review this tool. But I have to say that I was really disappointed, and I'm going to tell you why in a few seconds. First, let's go to the landing page of the product. This is interview.co. As soon as you land in, you're going to see this quite clean and simple, landing page. I have some issues with the landing page. I think they have this toggle that allows you to switch views between whether you're a company or a candidate, I guess. They call it talent for some reason. But I think this is really unintuitive, and I don't think a lot of people would be able to figure this out, especially on mobile. And I think it's much easier to just have two separate landing pages with a button that directs, either party to the proper section of the website. Something else that I found was on the mobile view, when you are viewing this from your phone, it's really hard to see the footer because you have this really ugly, GDPR banner, and then there's this sticky Product Hunt banner. It just makes the whole website unusable on mobile. And if you're landing for the first time, it's literally impossible to get rid of this. Yeah, so something else, I think it has, the landing page looks okay. The problem is it has these pixelated graphics that kind of cheapen the feel and the look of the website. I guess if they invested a bit more into having proper images and logos, it would give this a much more polished look. Plus, there are these little annoying spelling mistakes, like, under company, it says services for company. I don't think this makes sense. It should be like company services or services for companies, and talent services for talent, I guess, services for candidates or candidate services. Anyway, these are just minor things. The phone number doesn't really make sense unless you know which country it belongs to. But I think it could have been a much better landing page with just a few more tweaks here and there. So the registration process is actually really simple. And as soon as you register, you land into this screen over here. And this is where we actually start reviewing the onboarding experience of the product, right? So this is the sign up process is extremely easy. So I think you just need like a email and a password. It doesn't even ask you to verify your email, and you land just right into the product, which I guess is really cool. But then this is where it starts getting a bit confusing. So you land here. This is obviously the candidate view, or the talent view as they call it, because I'm unable to test the company experience. You can't register as a company. You have to book a demo and obviously, or apparently get them to create an account for you. So I didn't have access to that. I just created the candidate or challenge experience account. And this is what it looks like. So you land here into this website or into this page, and then I guess, it looks clean, it's polished, but then you don't really know what you're trying to achieve. So as soon as you come here, you land into the homepage. This is the homepage. It says cover letter builder, resume builder, AI question generator, and you don't understand what does this do. There is no tutorial. There are no onboarding tools. There are no cards. There are no tooltips. There's nothing. You're just stuck here. I guess this could be because, there's this little annoying bug here with the GDPR. I guess this is because it's probably like an MVP of the tool by the company, which is fine. But I think a huge part of this is getting people to understand how to learn how to use a product, right? So I think it doesn't make that very easy. So as soon as you land here, you have these three tools. I try to use any of them. And as soon as you go here and you try to create, this is the cover letter builder. I assume it helps you create a cover letter for yourself, which sounds really cool. It says it creates it with AI and everything. So you try to press and it says haven't started your free trial yet, now's the perfect time. Trial expired or reached your plan limit, upgrade. Yeah, I guess the English could use some improvement. This really, really affects user perception, especially if you want to be taken seriously by big companies. I'm not sure who the target audience for this is, because I'm still confused what exactly it allows you to do. But even if you say start now, it takes you to this paywall, I guess. And then you have these 3 packages, which doesn't make any sense because it says free / 7-day trial. So do I have a 7-day trial of the free package? Do I have to pay? What does it cost? What is this? Why am I not enrolled in this already? Like, apparently you have to press this button to activate the free trial, and it says payment has been successfully. Yeah, again, annoying little spelling mistakes. But apparently now I've activated my free trial. Kudos, plus points for not requiring me to enter a credit card or anything. That's something I guess is really cool. All right, so again, you go back to the cover letter builder and you can create a cover letter now. Hopefully it allows you to do this. You can't use your resume because it says you have to upgrade your plan to unlock this feature. Build your personalized cover letter from start to finish in 3 simple steps. I'm going to go here. I'm going to say, all right, so my name is John Doe. Date and profession. Let's say I'm a CEO, right? Okay, you go continue. What are your 3 strengths? Anything. You can't, it doesn't recommend skills because it says this is locked because you're not, whatever. Okay. NASA, desired position. I'd like to work as the CEO of NASA. That is what I'd like to work as. Right? And you can't paste the job description on which the cover letter would be created, I guess, as part of the AI prompts or whatever they're using. So I'm not really sure what to expect, but let's say continue. So it just took these 2 basic data points that I've given, and there's a credit here that says 1. I guess this is going to become 0 now once it prepares my yeah, so it created the cover letter, and this is the letter. I'm writing to express my interest in the role of CEO at NASA, an organization whose mission is to pioneer the future of space exploration. Throughout my career, which it knows nothing about, it says some of the stuff I've done, my tenure as CEO has been marked by substantial achievements. All right. I am particularly drawn to this opportunity at NASA because it offers the chance. All right, cool. And this is my email, this is my number. Nice. All right, so this is the cover letter. For me, it's really useless because you can just whip this up with ChatGPT. Plus, I guess the really interesting part of it would be if it can take the job description and take some of my skills and then try to create a more personalized cover letter. But this looks like a template, so I'm not really sure how is that useful for a trial experience, right? Anyway, you go to the resume builder and then you try to create a resume. That's the second feature they have. It allows you to connect with LinkedIn, review your resume, and then you have it ready to download. And as soon as you press John Doe, United States. All right, cool. CEO, right. Then you press continue, and then you say Oxford, CE, yeah, whatever, anything. Let's say I am in Angola. Yeah. All right, so this is my educational background. I studied accommodation management in Oxford in Angola, I guess. And then what is my work experience? I've worked as the CEO at Amazon prior to this in the United States. Yeah, full time. Next. All right, continue. No skills. Next, tell us about yourself. And then, all right, cool. So this is all the information. And now I'd like to see what my resume looks like. Okay, so I think once you've created your cover letter, it comes here and then you can probably make it passive, I guess. I'm not sure what make passive is. I guess This is what they call archive. But it says, are you sure you want to passive your draft? The cover letter is going to be passive. All right, let's see. Make passive. Your cover letter has been successfully passive. I do not understand what that means, to be honest. But it is in the passives tab, which is a tab I'm seeing for the first time ever in my history of using all software. All right, if you go to the resume builder, I've created a resume before. There's nothing really fancy here. Again, it just helps you create a basic, very, very basic resume that looks literally just like this. There's nothing fancy. You can probably change the colors, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing interesting. I guess just downloading your LinkedIn profile, extracting PDF from your LinkedIn profile would look a lot better. So this isn't really useful for me. Cover letter is not really useful either, but let's try the question generator. This is where they allow you to anticipate questions that you would be asked in a real interview, right? So it says, create a question list, let AI generate common position tailored interview questions, and then practice those questions. So that sounds cool. So let's say, what is the job that you're applying for? Let's say you're applying, CEO, right? And let's say the position is for CEO. And then this is where it starts preparing the questions using AI. How do you define success for a CEO in our industry? Design your approach to making tough decisions. How do you align the company with emerging trends? What strategies? Okay, how do you plan to maintain a positive company culture? What is your experience with digital transformation? That is really, specific to a company that doesn't have any. You could be a CEO for a tech startup, I guess. But anyway, so these are the questions. Press continue, and then you probably can save those questions somewhere. Technically, you could then go and practice these questions, I guess. You can make it passive as well. And that's pretty much it. That's really all that does, right? There isn't much more that the product does, which left me a bit disappointed for all the upvotes and comments they found on Product Hunt. It was really confusing that this is all it could do, right? So the sign up was really easy. As I said, you just press try for free, enter your email, and boom, you're into the product homepage. So that was really easy. 9 out of 10. I think it could be a little bit better if it allows you to connect or to log in using your LinkedIn account. And that would be a really easy way for it to fetch all the information that it needs from your LinkedIn profile instead of having to fill all these annoying little quizzes and whatever, going through these steps unnecessarily. It could just pull all this information from LinkedIn. So I don't have to rewrite everything from scratch. So I guess 9 out of 10 for sign up and setup experience. The user onboarding walkthrough, I think this is the second criteria that I have for evaluating the onboarding experience. I think that was hit and miss because the tool is so basic, it doesn't really need a lot of onboarding. But the problem is, because it doesn't do much, you're not showing me how to get real value. There's no tutorial. There's no sample of what can be generated. I'm just left on my own with this screen over here. So I don't know what to do, which means I'm pretty much not going to like the product because I can't extract any value. I'm not able to reach the aha moment. I'm not able to understand what jobs can I get done with this tool. So I'm just going to bounce, right? So I think the user onboarding is really weak for the intended experience, at least for candidates or quote unquote talent. I would give it a 6 out of 10 for user onboarding walkthrough. When it comes to the user interface and the user experience, the UI is really basic. It's very clean. It has some spelling errors, which are really annoying. And it diminishes the polished feel that you would expect of a SaaS product. But I guess this is just like a first release, and it's definitely going to improve. This is probably their MVP. But the UX could be really confusing because as soon as you land here, it's not clear which tier are you on, how do you upgrade. It just says your perfect plan awaits. And you don't really understand what is required to use the product. You were thrown into this paywall really early, and then the free trial apparently isn't automatically activated for some reason. You have to manually activate it yourself. Yeah, and this credit system where you get specific credits to use is also very weird for a trial product. Like, I guess you could be given one cover letter and one resume. I'm not sure what credits are really for. So I guess the UX UI is going to be like 5 out of 10. Yeah. Feature highlights. If you look at the 3 different features they have, so they only have these 3 things, right? They have the cover letter builder, the resume builder, and the AI question generator. I would say that this is pretty much useless, at least for me, because if I just type in a very basic prompt in ChatGPT and add my actual resume or the actual job description and ask it to cook up a cover letter that's a mashup of both, targeted to a certain company, it's going to give me an output in like a few seconds, which is far more superior to what I got here. So I'm not really sure who is the target audience for this. If they're targeting people who don't know how to use, like, I don't know, ChatGPT or any of the readily available AI models, then I guess maybe, but not for the majority of tech people. The resume builder is really bad. Like, you'd get a much better output just downloading your LinkedIn profile as a PDF. The AI question generator doesn't really make sense. Like, I don't think these 6 questions are going to help me prep for any interview at any company. They're so broad, they're so generic. I don't think I'm going to be asked any of those questions anywhere I go because they're just so broad, right? I'd get a much better understanding if you can give me sample questions that have been asked by a specific company for that position, I guess, if you have that database or bank. But just giving me these AI-generated questions is pretty much useless. So I think when it comes to features, overall, it's like 4 out of 10. For an MVP, probably they're just trying to get started and it's going to get better. But as of now, I don't think this is usable, at least for me. So the final verdict, I think this is pretty much a ChatGPT wrapper, as far as I can tell. And I think everything the tool offers can be achieved with a basic ChatGPT subscription. And I'd be getting even more value through ChatGPT directly. And I have a lot more freedom. I'm not sure anybody would pay, $2.99 or $20 a month, which is what they claim to be the popular plan, to have unlimited resumes or unlimited cover letters. I'd much rather use ChatGPT for this. So overall, final verdict, it's 4 out of 10 because it's not even worth trying in its current form. And that's pretty much it. So that's all I had today. And thank you for watching this. If you have any specific products you'd like me to review, just leave it in the comments and I'm going to read all of those. Hit like, subscribe, and share. And see you guys soon. Have a nice day.